So today and yesterday we had very good discussions on the issue of resilience of economic, environmental and social systems. And those discussions brought very interesting perspectives new perspectives onto the notion of sustainability. We think more generally about the sustainability, which means how things are going to be developing in the future in the area of the environment, in the area of the economy, or on the social sphere. By introducing the notion of resilience, we bring in the notion of risks. What are the risks that are going to appear in the future that we will need to cope with? And the discussions then discussed how to assess the vulnerabilities of our economic, social and environmental systems, how to make our systems more adaptable to respond to shocks or to respond to those risks. And in a sense, by taking this perspective, it also showed that those three systems that we consider generally, like on one hand the environment, here is the economy, and here is the social, actually they're much more integrated, which is good to look at those systems as complex systems that are integrated, but also creates a lot of difficulties in analyzing them because there are lots of interactions, because if there's one risk in one part of the system, it can propagate in another system. Like, let me give you an example. We discussed a lot the fact that the financial crisis then transformed itself into an economic crisis, a social crisis, and then even a political crisis. And if you want to understand and then make sure that you address those risks, you have to understand all those links between these different systems. So in terms of the policy that we discussed to address this, is we discussed the fact that we need to have much more adaptable policy and institution reactions to crisis and to shocks. But we shouldn't lose sight that at the end of the day, those systems, they work for people. And we shouldn't lose the sight that at the center of all this are individuals, and some people are much more affected by those risks than others, and those are the people we have really the responsibility to take care of, the most vulnerables. Systems don't work in isolation. People are part of the system and they should be taken care of when we look at this. But of course that requires new policies, new tools, new measures to better understand those complex systems.